signs for this week. I am finally settled into our new place. And for those who are new to this channel, I am a coach, relationship coach. Been doing this with dynamics and relationships such as twin flames for about 18 years. A little before everyone started talking about twin flames, I guess. But anyway, this one is the signs. Aries right to Pisces. Excuse me, for the past 2 weeks I've been moving, so I wasn't on as much as I would like, but now I want to get a little bit more on a schedule. All right, let me look at Aries. Well, this week is about rewriting your narrative. I'm seeing the King of Wands upside under the deck, starting off with your energy at the Two of Wands, which is you're in a state of waiting. You're waiting for something to happen. You're making a decision and you're looking at what path you're to walk. Because you're walking away from outdated rules that had made you shrink, or it's time for you to remember the joy, the purpose, and wanting it to lead, because you are followed by the Magician. So you've got the Two of Wands followed by the Magician. And the Magician is about manifestations and how you're going to manifest your next stage in your life. So this is really about you walking towards something that you've really been trying to work towards. You've got the energy of you, the what is impacting that energy is you're in manifesting mode. The energy of the other person is the Seven of Cups upside down. And so basically, the other person is not seeing other options available. They're starting to pay attention to really that false hope that they were expecting is, that denial that, they thought someone would be better, someone's going to come along and give them what they were wanting. But what I'm seeing is the dynamic that's been happening between you two is the Four of Cups upside down. And so this is telling me a little bit of a story that it's not over. So I have here the Wheel of Fortune upside down. So, this is not over. This is not come full circle. You're going to see that that you have been optimistic, manifesting something that you've been very passionate towards. This is a state of creativity for you, of you really bringing something to fruition that you really want. And so I am seeing that, you are working on your emotions, and you and this person, maybe the person is not showing up, but they're not looking at their other options right now. They're maybe even beside you or silently. This week for you is I walk away from what dims me, and you're gonna step into your light. What lights you up, what makes you feel good is going to be there for you. Hi. So for you, Aries, I see that you are working through some of your abandonment trauma. Maybe this person has abandoned you, maybe that you're working through that energy, and so that they're showing up now more for you, where in the past you thought that they were going to leave you, just like a past wound that was hidden there before. Let me see here. Any other messages before we move on? Hi there. Yes, I'm seeing here that Aries, you may win something. It might be, you know, an inheritance. You might have unexpected money this week. This might be a time for you to maybe be confused. You don't know what you want. But before you get involved, like this is retrograde season, this is a time for you to just, you know, look at your options, and you don't have to make any choices this week, but it's definitely looking like a really positive week for you. And many people wish that they could be you. So this is a really, really positive week for you, Aries. So let's move on to Taurus. All right, so for Taurus, we have, oh, I just dropped your card, the moon. So Taurus, some secrets may come out for you. My little rabbit. All right, so Taurus, there is going to be some secrets coming out for you. Oh, you've got some interesting cards here. Under the deck, I've got the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles has a lot to do with a higher commitment to yourself, how you can manifest your happiness, your fulfillment, your wishes fulfilled. And so I am seeing that your energy today is you're trying to stabilize your inner world, but life is throwing some curveballs. And so for those who may be clinging too much to your past, you may be finding this is a difficult week for you. There may be some confusion, maybe some secrets may come out, there may be some information you may get from the past. I am seeing that this is impacted with your week's energy by King of Pentacles. So there is a strong protective balance that is happening for you. It looks like you're really getting yourself into a manifestation where you have money coming through. You have money coming through, you have security, you have stability, and everything is really working out for you. But as well, you are in this energy with somebody who is avoiding emotional connection. They're more of very logical, very analytical. They are emotionally detached. Maybe they're just being very strict or serious with you. So there is, it looks like you may be focusing a lot on your money, and the person is being authority. Maybe they are being somebody who is just emotionally unavailable. And so because of this, I am seeing the energy between you two. There is no happiness with emotional stability in your energy this week, Taurus. I am seeing though, this week is going to bring you to a place where you're going to start looking at what your belief systems and how they are needing to change, or those who are projecting all of their belief systems onto you. So this is a time for you not to react to other people's projections, because of the fact that you are manifesting really great. It's other people who may be very emotionally unavailable. Maybe they don't have the ability to be able to open up their heart to manifest the same as you. So there is some misalignments. However, there looks like a little bit of alignment that is going to come through as you raise your vibration. And so this week for you is about grounding your peace while being open to change. I am seeing a little bit more that is happening for you. Physically, you may have some limitations. I'll come a little closer to the camera, actually. Physically, you may have some limitations because of the fact of love. There is a lack of the emotions being shared in love. So make sure that you find it in your own heart to open up your own heart to love. So the outside world is always reflected by the inside world. There may be a possibility this week for you, Taurus, of you having a contract that is being presented. Maybe there is a legal issue of some sort that you have to look at, or contract, because of the fact it is retrograde season. It's important for you maybe to not sign any of those contracts. Don't be emotionally reactive, to just observe what you have to review and wait until the retrograde is over this week. There is a lot of others maybe listening too much to yourself all at once. And so you may find that it's a week where it's time to just kind of allow things to be as slow as what retrograde is making you go through. It should be a time of molasses, being able to sift through your week and be able to process, because you're looking at things that is not working out for you the way that you really want it to do it. And so because of these contracts that you're signing, there may be a lot that is involved that you may not be ready for. And so, this is why you have to really ground yourself this week into peace and being open to change, but not committing to that at this time, but paying attention to what you are committed to. All right, so for Gemini. Yeah, Gemini and then Cancer. All right, so say hi. I appreciate that. I don't see a lot of people in my chat that I'm familiar with. I don't know if I could bring it up online so I could see what's being said, but Gemini, your week this week is telling me, all right, so the energy underneath the deck is the Queen of Wands. All right, so you're passionate and determined. You are trying to attract magnetize a type of energy this week based on your potential, how you see yourself. You're really focusing on how you're delivering yourself, because I do see a relationship not working out right now. I'm seeing you're not fully feeling at home. You're feeling unstable. You're feeling like there may be a move that has taken place for you, but it's happening fast. So whether that you have to move place, or there is some disruption that's taken place in your home, it's definitely causing, like it's happening fast, and so you're magnetized this. The person that may be attached to you, I'm seeing the Nine of Cups, and the Nine of Cups, you know, this person is like, well, this is great. This is everything I wanted. I wanted this to happen. And so they're looking at, you know, ways that they are having their wishes fulfilled. You know, this week is about you softening your delivery, because you have also the judgment, which is awakening that is happening. So I'm seeing here that this week is a return to something that you didn't see before. And there's going to be a lot of fast movement where you thought that you were strong and stable and home. It's going to seem like there's a lot of disruption that's taken place at your home while you're moving. You might be moving from one place to another. And so even though your other person or your person is seeming very, very happy about this, this definitely is a time for you to really be awake to what's taken place. So a person may be reaching out this week. Think really hard before you respond. There is some areas here where you have to tap into your divine feminine energy. You are magnetic this week, and so pay attention to what you are attracting. But because of retrograde, there are some mixed signals that may be taking place for you. You know, you can flirt, you can play, be approachable, but just be aware of the fact that others may be into you, but you, you know, you don't want to have anything moving too fast with so much going on in your home front. But yeah, this is a week where there will be great vibes taking place, but you know, you may have somebody from the past that you haven't yet resolved or moved on from that may show up, and this is the person that was really into you, obviously, because they feel that you were, you know, who they desired or really wanted to be with. So Gemini, your truth this week is you're magnetic when you are wrapped up in grays. Hey Cherry, nice to see you. All right, so let's move on to Cancer. I'm just doing the signs for this week. For all signs, I want to get back into doing all signs every weekend. And as well, for all of those who have not yet been updated, I will be coming on more often, more frequently, every morning if possible, because of the fact that I have more time. Cancer, underneath the deck, you've got the King of Cups. This is your card. So basically, you're really going to be rooted in your energy. Your head and heart is really balanced. You are birthing something really powerful this week. You're really opening your heart space. I'm seeing your energy being the Ten of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles really is about you feeling that everything is coming together. Your foundation is secure, your family is secure, your manifestations are very secure. And so this is based on the fact that you have influenced by the Four of Swords upside down. And so, you know, you're not really in a state of healing. You're not in a state of taking a rest. You're ready to just like, I'm ready to receive. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. And so your person, Nine of Wands, I'm seeing that your person is taking a step back and revisiting themselves. So you may hear from somebody from the past without that resistance that used to be always influencing before. There is a possibility. It could be a reunion from somebody from the past. but this time it's different. There is a possibility that somebody from the past is showing up, but not with the same soulmate type of energy they've had before, but really stepped up. It looks like there was a healing of that. I need you. I want you. The codependency. Give me, give me, give me. I need you to provide for me. All of that has been removed. The thing is, your question this week is really, is your heart there? Or is it something that is manifesting in you? Let's see more for you, Cancer. Let's see what else I have here for you. So, you know, your friends may be wanting to spend time with you. You may be trying to take a little step back from friends and family because you can't really make a decision this week. That is because of the forces of the retrograde that's taken place. And so you may feel that people are going to feel a little bit needy and wanting a lot from you, but meanwhile you are in this kind of a fantasy stage where you are feeling romantic and a little nostalgia for that one who kind of got away from the past. So Cancer, you definitely are in a state of thinking about that one who may have gotten away, or, you know, wondering if there is a possibility of things could have been different with them and you. All right, my glasses keeps on falling down. For some reason, my phone is, I'm using my iPhone, so I'm hoping this all seems okay. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm using not my microphone. All right, so next up is Leo. And so Leo, let's see what we have for you. All right, so Leo, you've got, it's not over. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune is upside down. So something that you thought was over and completed and finished is not over. And so this is not about something changing, but something that is recycled again. And so it looks like the retrograde is repeating maybe an old lesson for you. I'm seeing you in the state of Seven of Pentacles, Leo. And the Seven of Pentacles has a lot to do with you being patient in this process, with the seeds that you have sown are being rewarded. And so because of that, it's a time for you to see how you are glowing, because the energy that is supporting you right now is the Five of Pentacles upside down. So, you know, you're in a real positive, glowing state. I'm seeing you as, you know, a person. Somebody could be triggered by your shine. Don't shrink. Align with your long-term visions and not any temporary noise. I do see Justice card is the energy between you two. So there may be some karma between you and this person. So you're shining, you're doing great, but there is a cycle with you and somebody who is really conflicting you, and it is karmic. All right, so this is a time for you to see that maybe this was not your true soulmate after all. And emotionally, you know, this is new moon, new you. And so we are actually, Leo, going into this new moon. And so, you know, remember, don't shrink, align, and remember your long-term vision of what you want, and don't let the temporary noise interfere with you. Stay rooted in your purpose and rise above any of the chaos for you. Let me see, what else do I have for you, Leo? So you maybe not communicating your needs to each other. Maybe there is, you're blocked, maybe they're blocking you, maybe because of the conflict that's happening between you two, that is karmic. It's causing some communication problems, but they want you back. Just, telling you, maybe they're being conflicted, but they do want you back. And so, there's an intensity that's between you, Leo, and this person that is quite strong. And because of it, it is confusing for them because of the fact that they do want you back, but there is a lot of conflict. Hi, good afternoon. It is morning for me. All right, so Leo, that is for you. Let's move on to Virgo. All right, so Virgo, I'll have to go through and change and update the timestamps once I'm done. So I'll do that shortly after we do this. Virgo. Ooh, Virgo. All right, so Virgo, underneath the deck for you is the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups has a lot to do with you being very determined to be romantic and a little bit of your ideal person or your ideal life, or you're very charming this week, Virgo. And so I am seeing, though, for your energy, the Ten of Pentacles upside down. So, you know what, maybe you're not in a situation this week, Virgo, that your money is as it should be. Maybe there is some upheaval that's happening in your family. Maybe there is some foundations that are not secure, and that's only because you've got the moon here, which means there may be some secrets that may come out for you this week. There may be some confusion. Maybe there is something that's not yet been revealed to you, and because of that, there is a possibility that even though this person that you may be idolizing may not be what you think it is, because when I look at your person, I've got the Ace of Cups upside down, and so they're really resisting the love. They're really resisting seeing this as a potential to be in something really true. They're really projecting some fears onto you. I'm seeing they don't feel confident, they don't feel courageous, they feel like, they're, even on the outside, they may seem like they're great, knight in shining armor, but, there is something going on that you don't know about that is coming up through. And it has a lot to do with the fact that they're at their end of the rope. It seems like they're exhausted. They are feeling betrayal. They are feeling like, this is just always been exhausting for me. It's never really going anywhere. They have an intention of trying to have more freedom and be more sovereign in their energy. And so Virgo, healing requires surrender is what I'm getting, because I've got the energy overall is the Devil upside down. So, this is, you're shedding the layers this week. They are, this is a time for you to, what's ending need to go gracefully. Your rebirth requires you to really, sovereign yourself and understand a relationship with yourself is more important. Look at where are you placing your focus, attention. Is there addictions that you need to look at? Is there obsession love? Is there toxic love? Are there reasons why you're paying attention to certain people that have nothing to do with love? Because, it seems like in this type of energy, you're more addicted to the drama. instead, and it's time for you to understand that the drama is, you know, coming from a dramatic childhood. It's just wasted time that you had been at risk of, you know, at risk of, it was constant drama in your childhood. There was constant, you know, unstableness. And so because of it, you may be addicted to that unstable type of behavior. And so for you this week, it's time for you to allow to fall away what no longer serves you, so that you can really step into love and the love and relationships that you truly deserve. All right, so Libra, let's see what's going on with you. Thank you, Cherry, for keeping me really updated. I'm glad that you were appreciating Cancer's reading this week. All right, so thank you for keeping everything on track. Thank you. All right, Libra, for those who are Libra, your week, oh, I'm seeing something here, good. All right, so your week this week is the Three of Pentacles underneath. So this is about collaboration, celebrations. This is like give and take. It looks like what you're putting your effort in, you're winning your goals, you're winning this week. And I see you as the Six of Pentacles this week. And so, you know, there's a lot of support, there's a lot of sharing of your energy, you're giving, you're receiving, you're feeling really balanced, right? The energy that is supporting you, though, is the Five of Pentacles. Hey, RK. Is the Five of Pentacles. So, you know, you feel a little abandoned by an energy or someone. Maybe you're isolating yourself a little bit, and you really are struggling with this energy. And it's because of the fact that you're a person, and there was a lot of conflict that you are trying to not pay attention to. So you have this energy where you are making a choice, not between two people, but, you know, between self-abandonment or self-alignment. And so that's because of the fact that you really felt like this person was your person. And, you know, the thing is they're not showing up, being the devoted person that you really wanted them to be. They're disappointing you in many ways, and you're trying to be practical with your energy, to be patient and committed to yourself. You're choosing yourself this week. And so I'm seeing here for you, Libra, you're choosing what aligns with your soul, not your fears. You're trying to not focus on those who are causing you conflict, or, you know, it's really looking like you're hiding from the truth this week, because you know that they're not compatible with you. And because they're not compatible with you, it's like, I'm not choosing to be in this conflict anymore. I'm just choosing, you know, the evidence that has been, you know, given to me through text messages or through screenshots that I've taken, where this person is not showing me love, but it's hurting me, and it's hurting them, and every single time I'm seeing this conflict showing up. And so, hi there. So it's possible that for you this week, as much as you feel like this might be your person, Libra, it's time for you to focus on what is making you feel good, instead of, you know, what you are knowing that was not aligned with you. You are choosing alignment, not your fears. All right, Scorpio, let's do you, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, you get the Four of Pentacles upside down as the energy. You know that there was opportunities where boundaries were enforced and you are taking them down. It just seems like Scorpio, your power may be subtle, but it is potent. I'm seeing here that you've got the Nine of Swords upside down, and it is influenced by the Two of Wands upside down. So, you know, there has been some avoidant attachment energy that's been taking place, and you are like, I'm not waiting around for this anymore. I'm not going to go and try to make this something to work. I am, you know, I don't need to expose everything. I don't need to go through this anymore, because I'm seeing their energy is the Nine of Swords. And they're like high anxiety. They're the one that's freaking out. Like they are anxious, or they are the avoidant attachment. But there's definitely, it's not, you know, it's not that you are impacted by this, by being this energy, but you're being affected by this energy from them. It's a lot of you know, you feeling like this avoidant, anxious attachment is really not helping it out. So, you know, you've started taking the boundaries down. You started noticing that between you two, this is not about a journey of self-reflection. This is really about a distortion of, you know, what do I want in my future? And is this what is going to work for me? And so you are trusting the unseen forces that are shaping your path to your future. So it's important for you to look at this week, Scorpio, giving too much of your energy at times to someone that is just, you can't reassure them enough, you can't validate them enough. Maybe there's a possibility that they're just, you know, insecure, and you may get an offer that is, you know, to maybe even have sex with them, trying for, you know, to have some sort of control over your emotions. But, you know, you're like, yeah, I don't want to be involved in something that's too much. So, you know, let your intuition guide you in your next step, because this is your power move to step into you know, what needs to be exposed so you can start having a better future. All right, Sagittarius, this is for you this week. Sagittarius, upside down, Ten of Wands. So for you, Sagittarius, I'm seeing that you are releasing the burdens and the stress. It is a time for you to not feel defeated. You're feeling really reclaiming yourself. It looks like the secrets, this is your energy, the secrets has come out. It's all been revealed. You're starting to see yourself in a different energy that you haven't seen yourself before. And this is all based on the Two of Pentacles, because this energy is influencing you. Either is balance because of some resources, some adaptation to what it was. You know, Mercury retrograde has been bringing some truths to you from the past. And so you're seeing that the person that you were involved with, it's not all bad. That this person was not the anxious attachment that you thought they were, or they were not the stressors, but maybe it was a journey that you had to have. And so it was really important for you to see that while you are in this journey, of self-reflection between the two of you, you'll see that there was a lot of avoidant attachment energy that was coming from being directly influenced not by the person, but you were motivated to work out something that you've had in your childhood, needed to be worked out in the past. So, Mercury retrograde is doing its thing with you. So just, understand that clarity is on your side. And you need to trust in the divine timing that the answers that you seek will be revealed. There is a something to do with the fear of touch. For you, that it's safety is when there's distance, and when somebody is actually going to touch you, you feel so what is coming through is something to do with, when you have somebody who is good chemistry, really into you, but you don't want them to touch you. And so you need to start manifesting ways to introduce somebody into your life where they can cross that boundary of touching you. Like, how can you get into that stage of actually physically having somebody in your life? And so because of the fact that you've been triggered in the past and triggered by people, and so it makes you uncomfortable to be physically in somebody else's space. And so that is something that you're going to be working through. Don't run. It's time to refocus and trust that divine timing is going to give you the answers that you seek. All right, so next up for us is Capricorn. All right, so Capricorn, you lovelies, let's see what's going on with you. So Capricorn, this week I see lots of energy of you healing whatever is causing you stress. So you've got the Nine of Swords upside down. Oh, I love all the love there. So we have the Nine of Swords upside down, which is, anything that has caused you stress, anything that was causing you to not be relaxed, it's time for that to be revisited into, I'm seeing lots of people in your week this week. I don't know, Capricorn, what's taking place, but I see you looking at where your beliefs are about, and this is about a particular person who is abundant and keep you secure, and how they make you feel really secure. But your person, instead of being kind of a King of Pentacles, is a King of Swords. And so basically their energy is, they are supportive. Maybe the fact that they are not opening up their heart, and they're more emotionally detached. And so you're looking at your values and your beliefs, and how can you have something where you can have more passion, more sex, more desire in your manifestations, because you don't see that person in your life. You don't see the evidence of this. It seems like there is energies that is happening this week where you're being tested of your relationships. You want long-term strength, but so there needs to be restructuring. And so you want to collaborate with people who is going to be more in alignment with you being worthy instead of emotionally unavailable. And so this week is what is collapsing now, is really clearing space for what needs to be really there for you. You did have some addiction to fakeness, maybe because of the fact that you wanted attention to some of this fake social media. But things were really, the stories that you told yourself, And it's really an excuse for you. It feels a little bit like limerence, okay? So there was a lot of limerence that was taking place where you want this ideal fantasy relationship, but it's time for you to see that it was causing you a lot of stress, and it's time for that to collapse so you could have something that's really real. And so Capricorn, that is for you. Aquarius, now next. Aquarius, it's time for you to reclaim your soulmate. All right, so this one to come out, so I'm going to give it to you. All right, Aquarius, 3 of Cups. So you're celebrating this week. You know, you're out with your friends, you are maybe a reunion, somebody's coming back from the past, the Mercury retrograde is affecting us all in different ways. And so it's important for you to see that there is something that is going on that may be fated. I'm looking at something that was for you to experience. I am seeing the 7 of Wands upside down for your energy. And so you don't feel that you're in that position where you have to defend yourself. You don't have to go and protect yourself. You're kind of like taking down your guard. You're feeling more relaxed. You're reclaiming your energy all about yourself. You're not always needing to be responding to everybody else's energy. And this is influenced because you're a little bit more balanced in yourself. You know, you started being peace, you started taking care of your own needs, and you start looking at what you want. And your person is going through the wheel of change. So the wheel of fortune has a lot to do with positive changes. You know, people who are finishing and wrapping up cycles, these cycles have been learned, these lessons have been learned, and so now you can start shifting into a better energy. And so now you can see the potential of long-term relationships. Something has shifted into your relationships where now you can see a nice vision of equality. And I'm seeing here the Knight of Wands and the King of Swords both upside down. So, you know, maybe this is not like a burnout of inspiration or passion, but maybe it was more focused on heart-centered energy instead. I am seeing that childhood patterns may want rewriting your childhood. Use your tools to revisit your childhood, because everyone does leave, and so you need to have a partner or a friend in your life that's going to stay, because it seems like this is a time for you to see that cycles of karmic relationships are walking away. And so and this is seeming to be affecting you. You may also even have some issues with a car this week for you. And you know, if you feel that your life is a bit of a mess right now, this is really the chaos that is happening because you are going through a stage where what you use with your words will either heal yourself, inspire others, or will create the manifestations of what words you choose will happen to you. So you are really in a state of, if you feel like everybody's going to leave because you're still dealing with abandonment issues, then you're going to see that everybody is actually leaving out of your life. And so really your belief system is really being mirrored here. All right, Pisces, let's see what messages are here for you this week. All right, Pisces, I've got the Death card upside down. So the Death card upside down is about immortal energy. It's about what never really will end, what will always be forever. This is not about transformation going from one stage to another, but realizing that you are truly sovereign. You're truly divine. You're you know, there is a part of us that is immortal, and part of us that is very mortal. And this is about you really tapping into your immortal self. I see you in childhood energy with the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is being loyal and faithful, and you are just at a beginning stage of innocence and inexperience of what do you want. And this is influenced by the Strength card. So, you know, you're becoming courageous and confident, and you're really gaining your inner power. You're really discovering what you want here. And so, but the only thing is, your person here is showing me the Devil card. And so, you know, there may be some addictions. Maybe the person has a bit of a shopping problem. Maybe they have some attachment issues. There is definitely some toxic energy that's taken place here that is not something for you to fix or solve, because I'm seeing here there's a Four of Swords between your energy that is about you taking a break and really understanding that you don't want to burn yourself out. So you've got the Four of Pentacles here, and so there needs to be a boundary in place, you know, because of this person's toxic energy. And so it's really important for you to see that you are prioritizing yourself by your intuition, and making sure that the action that you take place this week is going to be not over scattered efforts, but about alignment. It does seem like your person is going through some energies here. So it's time for you to, you know, if it doesn't bring you peace, you know, put that boundary up, because it is important for you to see that there is a addiction that is happening through, if it's either attachment or through a shopping or drugs or alcohol. But it is definitely important for you to pay attention to what is not aligned. There could be a lot of fantasizing about what you really think you want and what is really what you've earned, or, you know, really ready to receive. And so there is some memories maybe from the past that may be coming up because of the retrograde season. And so it may be causing a sense of urgency and desperation of you need to recreate that for you. And so I am seeing here that during this week of retrograde Pisces for you is, be aware that other people's pain, suffering, and wounds is not yours to take on. So create those boundaries this week, and just anything that is not aligned, not urgent, take your time. All right, so that is the weeks that I have for you for each of the signs. If you resonated with any of those readings, you can certainly make a comment below. I will appreciate any of your feedback. I love the engagement, absolutely. There was quite a few of you that joined me today, and I really wanted to express my gratitude and my appreciation for each and every single one of you. Those who like my channel, share my videos, watch my videos every day. And there are some new meditations that I have just posted. There are some wonderful manifesting tools that I've been working through. And for those who are working through limerence type of energy, I've got some wonderful limerence videos that I can You can find that you can look under. I'm going to sort out my videos a little bit easier for you to find, and there will be a whole section for limerence or manifesting your soulmate or twin flame. And I'm looking forward to sharing all of these tools here with you. And for those who are looking for more, go and visit my website, Love in the 12th Dimension. I have all sorts of PDFs, and I offer all sorts of different types of readings. And thank you for joining me this week. And I hope you got what you needed to do.